Alright, good afternoon. New setting, new time, new inspiration, motivation, all those things. Sunday the 25th of September. A little bit of rain going on. Very pleasant outside. Temperatures have come down. Fired up some citronella torches out here on the patio about 45 minutes ago, hoping it would fill the patio area with enough citronella smoke to keep the mosquitoes away. Have not been able to enjoy any of our backyard or any of our outdoor setting, which is one of my favorite things about this house, because I constantly get swarmed by mosquitoes. So got some new essential oil based bug spray that I'm trying out on my legs, because even when I burn these citronella torches out here, it may keep the mosquitoes down for the most part, but I still get bit around my ankles. But anyway, so we'll see how this goes. I can't say that I'm feeling excessively fired up or passionate today. Obviously, a day like today with dreary, light rain, cool temperatures is not really the most motivating of days for me, but I still feel good. I feel good about what I've set into motion in the last couple of weeks and where it's going. And although I'm struck every once in a while with a little bit of doubt and fear about pursuing any of this, because it's a little bit different than my normal everyday activities and pursuits. It's exactly what I'm trying to create. Get this a little closer. Now that it's raining a little harder, I don't know how much of that is going to affect the sound of my voice. So anyway, a couple weeks ago, it'll be, 2 weeks, this Tuesday, I sat down and talked with Steve and verbally laid out what my idea was, what my plan was of starting a property management company, relocating down to the coast, and pursuing my dreams. It's what it comes down to, is identifying what makes you happy in life and actively pursuing those things. And it was a fantastic feeling having done that, to sit and talk to somebody else about what my dreams are, my desires, and not just me, Rhonda as well. And very liberating. So I've spent a little bit of time doing more research on the area down in Corpus, trying to calculate some numbers as far as feasibility, trying to generate a plan of transitioning out of Boardwalk here in San Antonio and into the Corpus Christi market. I'm not limiting myself to only the property management concept. I think that's going to be a good base. I think it's going to give me something that a foundation which we can support ourselves on and allow us to pursue other endeavors. And I'm excited about it. I see nothing but limitless possibilities for myself and my ideas, my ideology, and I'm really looking forward to getting involved in that market, in that area, and not only creating a business, but creating a lifestyle that others can engage in. And kicked around the ideas of continuing to do this, and not kicked around the ideas. This is pretty much set. I'm going to continue to make videos, make recordings, document what I'm doing along the way. I've been kicking around the idea of getting involved into more of a commercialized version of that, in creating some type of a reality show, and marketing that to a larger market. There's certain aspects of that scare me, and the biggest thing is the loss of control. That the more people I get involved in this, the less control I'm going to have over it. Right now I have full control over it. I get to make videos when I want to make videos. I get to say what I want to say when I want to say it. I don't have to manufacture feelings. I don't have to manufacture emotions. I don't have to manufacture circumstance to create a viewable product, something that's going to draw people in. And I like the idea of getting into a larger market, and getting into involved with a production company or somebody that has the capacity to push the pace on this a little bit, and shine a little more light on what I'm doing. So I'm looking at it. I'm kicking the idea around. I did find a website. I believe it's the Writers Vault, TV Writers Vault, something like that. That actually has a place where you can go on and you register with their website. It's really a minimal fee. I think it's $39.95 a month. If you go month to month on it, it's less than that if you do a 6-month contract or a 1-year contract. And but it basically allows you to advertise yourself and your idea on their website, and it allows TV producers, production companies, people that are in the market for creating those shows, producing those shows, to find a product, which is basically what would be generating a product. My life would be a product, our life. Everything we've done to now, and factoring in the philosophy and the ideas and the theories, and tracking the pursuit and monitoring the success. So I've looked at it, I've got it saved so that I can go back to it, and I'm trying to keep everything very well balanced. I'm trying to keep myself balanced and not lose sight of the big picture, which is very easy to do with things of this nature. Well, of anything that you pursue in life, it's very easy to get caught up in the details of it, and lose sight of the main objective, and get lost, or end up following or deviate from your projected path to something else. And not that I feel that it's wrong, I just I have an idea of best intent, and best and greatest use of what I'm trying to do. And again, I don't want to lose sight of that and get caught up in something that was not part of the original idea. So anyway, it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm recording out here on a dreary rainy day because I've spent most of the day thinking about this. I've spent a little bit of time on the computer today, on my phone anyway, and looking at entertainment lawyers and researching what other people have done or how they've created their own reality show and how they pitched it and what the people in the industry recommend. And in doing all that, I'm already feeling like I'm deviating from the course, the natural progression of steps that I've already started to take. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, so I've looked into it, I'm thinking about it, but again, I don't want to lose sight of the process of getting there. So, I talked to Steve. That was the biggest step in the process. He was open to sponsoring an office in Corpus. I've looked into the market down there and what it would take to establish a virtual office, which I'm hoping to do this week, even if I have to pay for it out of my own pocket. So I'm going to pitch that hopefully tomorrow or the next day to Steve. Say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up. If you're not comfortable paying for it, then it's something that I will go ahead and I'll pay for, just so I can get a physical address and a local phone number registered down there, and then we can see about getting an office or a new brokerage office registered with the state at that address. And I did a little research this week and looked into. I had met a property manager from Corpus last year before, I don't remember, through NARPM, and went back through the NARPM directory and ended up finding her name and contact information. I reached out to her on Friday. She was open and accepting of my request to talk to her about the market down there and let her know that we're talking about expanding into that market and relocating to that. So I feel like I've taken another step and on that path specifically, and I feel good about it. It's given me a very positive feeling. I've taken the weekend to really try to step back away from it as much as time as I've really spent thinking about it today. I've really wanted to kind of remove myself from the pursuit of that and just kind of allow myself to relax and enjoy what it is I enjoy on a daily basis here yesterday and today. And I've been able to do that. I've been successful. And I don't want to burn myself out either. So I want to be able to enjoy life during this process. I don't want to get so consumed with the pursuit that I forget to live my life. So, we did what we normally would do. We made a I wouldn't say fancy dinner last night, but it was, for me, having a culinary background, it was, experimental. I made something more of a Latin and Mexican style meal, but incorporated things that we had around the house, and some of the things that we've been trying to keep in our diet, since we're trying to keep our calorie count low. We've been trying to eat more chicken and shrimp, things like that don't carry as many calories with them when you're eating them. So it's that's a good one. In the last couple of weeks here before we take off for Hawaii, 3 more weeks left, 2 more weekends before we go, and I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to networking and meeting some people and talking some theory, maybe getting some input, getting some help, some advice as far as getting a new office set up in a new city, and again, just documenting it the whole way, and hopefully leaving something behind that others can follow, and creating something that will have some value when it's all said and done. Certainly for me, next steps, I want to, I reached out to this property manager in Corpus and had a little bit of interaction via email. I want to take the next step and extend a phone call and talk a little bit about what we're planning to do, and then maybe make some arrangements to go down to the area. I want to see if she knows of anybody down there that's looking to sell a management company, sell a portfolio that maybe we can buy. I really have been focused this week on the financials of this. How do we make this transition? How do I do this seamlessly without interrupting my own cash flow, my income stream? At some point I'm going to have to transition out of the Boardwalk San Antonio office, which transitions out of the salary that I make, and there's some risks in starting a business and having to build from nothing. So there's that to consider. We're talking about the possibility of buying a portfolio, which is something that Steve had mentioned that he was maybe interested in looking into down there, but I don't want him to have to foot the bill financially 100%. I want to be able to make this work, but I have as comfortable as we have gotten to be in our lifestyle and the flexibility we have with our finances right now. Definitely not in a position currently to contribute financially. Really, I'm just not. I mean, I can get the office put in my name, and I can pay the $100 a month for this virtual office. That's something that's well within reach. I can buy some supplies. I can buy, computers and some of the technology things that we're going to need. I can incur the cost of travel going back and forth, and some of the things that are going to need to be done in the preliminary startup phases. But if it comes down to having to finance the purchase of an existing company, I'm not in a position to do that right now. I would have to find other resources. I would either have to take a loan, which I've looked into. Still kind of pursuing. I don't want to overextend myself, though. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm vulnerable to losing everything. Been there, done that, and not wanting to go that route ever again. So that's part of where looking into this reality programming idea has come, because I think I can get some upfront money if I can sell the idea and start generating enough money from that to be able to put into the pursuit. And also generate enough money to get into some of the development aspects of Corpus that I'm really interested in pursuing. And I need I need surplus cash. I need startup capital. I need available funds to be able to invest into those endeavors and hopefully make them pay off, which I believe 100% that I can do. But I'm really hesitant to ask somebody else to risk their money on my ideas, which has been the hardest part of starting a business for me since I've first came up with the desire to do that. So just a lot of what ifs in the air right now. So I don't know that I have too much more to say about it. I'm gonna think a little bit more about the pursuit of the reality show idea. I'm gonna kick around the idea of restructuring our personal finances through some type of a loan or multiple loans, and or even the possibility of adding another credit card into our mix to add to our potential credit to be used for this pursuit. There's so many things that I feel like I want to talk about, but it just doesn't feel like it's time to share them yet. And what I'm talking about is mostly the unseen, the mystical side, spiritual side of me and my life, and what that means and how that plays into what I'm doing. And the benefit I personally get from that side of myself. But yeah, it's not time to go to that area, go to that side of me. So I guess that's it for today.